Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. So today I will be discussing about the starter dependency, which is Spring Boot Lombok. So how we can use the Lombok for our project and how it help us in our project. So that is the today's topic, guys. So let me brief about what is Lombok and what it provides and how like we can use it in our application. So coming to the next slide, Spring Boot Lombok is a tool of the Java library that was used to generate code for minimizing the unused code. So it helps us in minimizing the unused code. So let's say if you are going to create one entity called student and there you want to generate you just initialize some instance variable like student id name father name something like that, and then if you want to use those properties you need to generate the getter setter constructor for that, to string for that. Okay, so those things you need to generate, you need to write the code for that. So what Lombok does is we with the help of Lombok we can simply don't use those codes, don't write those code, and we directly use some annotations like for getter and setter you can simply use at the rate getter at the rate setter annotation. Same for the uh, constructor also, same for the toString also. So this helps us reducing the code. So this library is replacing the unused code by using annotation. It will replace a number of annotations like the setter and getter methods, equals, hash code constructor. Okay. So to develop a project using it, we need to add Lombok dependency in our pom.xml file of our application. So that is what it is saying, that we need to include the starter dependency called Lombok. Okay, and coming here, what all the provided annotations by the Lombok are getter, setter. These are the list of provided annotations. Not null, with, method level annotation are synchronized, sneaky through, class level are getter, setter, no argument, all argument. I'm just reading it out for you. Okay, builder, singular with builder, to string, equals and hash code data. So this data annotation is a combination of couple of annotation like getter, setters, require args constructor, okay, to string and hash code, okay, equal and hash code. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to create one simple Spring Boot application which is having the starter web and starter Lombok in that, and I will show you how we can use the Lombok. So say say I have created one I would say uh, just let me remove, earlier I was just creating it, so let me delete also this one. Or what I can do, I can start from the scratch so that you guys can understand it effectively. So I'm just going here, file, and just do a new project. Okay, Spring Initializer, and here I'm just naming is a Spring Boot Lombok, Spring Boot Lombok. Next, you need to include Lombok and web. Create and new window. So it will configure those things and then it will be up. So give some time and then yeah. So you can see here it is doing those things. Okay, it is refreshing those things and uh, yeah, I think it is completed. Let me see. Yeah, it is completed. So you can see this application is up. Sorry, this application is created. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create one package called entity, and there I'm just going to create a class called student, and we'll see student. Okay, so I've created one class called student. I'm just going to create some instance variables for this like id, name and all. Father name, private string, something like address, private string, age, gender, something like that. Age, private string, gender. Okay. So I've created this things. Say it is of int type. Okay. So yeah, we have created this six instance. Now there is one way like how we can create the getter and setters constructor is we can go directly to the generate, and then if you want to create the constructor you can just go here, and you if you want to create the all argument constructor you can select all the arguments here, and then just simply what you can do, okay. So you can see it is created, but you can see like it is created, and there is a code for it. But what we can do with the help of Lombok, we can just simply use one annotation and just we can remove all the codes. So for constructor, all argument constructor, we can directly go and do all argument constructor. Eh, With this annotation, this replaces whole lot of code that we write back. Similar for the no argument constructor, similarly for getters, similarly for the setters, and similarly for the toString. So I'm just including this five annotation from the Lombok, and I will just show you that it is working fine. Okay. So I'm just going to create one class called demo, and here what I'm going to show, I'm just going to create the main method here, and to show you that the all argument, no argument, and getter setter and toString is working fine, I'm just going to create one student object with the help of no argument constructor. Say student s is equal to new student, and you can see we are able to create a student object, say s1, okay, with the help of no argument constructor. Similarly, I'm just going to create the student s2 with the help of all argument constructor. Okay, so here I will provide the values. Name say a, something like that. Father name say b. Address say c. Okay, age say 12, and then say gender male, something like that. Okay. So we can you can see that we are able to generate the all argument constructor as well. So those two things are working fine. Now coming to the getter and setter. So I'm going to set the student one name. Okay, set the name or set ID, something like, yeah, you can set ID also. ID is one. Going to set the name for this. Say X. Okay. Similar way you can set everything for this. And I'm just going to print out, sorry, S out. I'm just going to print out the what I can say get method. I'm just going to see whatever we set for the student S1 is working or not. So I'm just going to print the name for student 1. So I'm just going to get the name here. And for student 2, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to print out the to string for the student 2. So we'll see if it is working fine or not. So each of the argument that we used here, I'm just included it. So no argument constructor for the first line. For the second line, all argument constructors, setters we have included, and getters also we have included, and toString also we have included. So now I'm just simply running it, and then we can see if it is working fine or not. So, so let me, yeah. So here you can see whatever name we have set for the student one, it is returning here because we are printing the name. We are getting the name and printing it out. and to string for the student 2 is also printing here. So every annotation that we annotated here is working fine without the code. So we need not to generate the code, and with the help of Lombok annotation uh, we can uh, we can carry out our purpose while reducing the code. Coming to the another annotation called at the rate data. So in starting, I just told you that data is a combination of 5 different annotations like getter, setter, toString, require argument constructor, and hash code and equals. So if it is a combination of those things, then I just remove the getter, setter, and toString, then this code should be working fine. Okay. Hash code and require argument constructor I'm not going to cover here, and all others annotation I'm not going to cover here. So I'm just showing you a couple of annotations so that you can see how you can generate it and how you can use it. So yeah, I just run it again so you can see that it is working fine without getter, setter, and toString. So we just included at the rate data annotation. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe for support. Thanks. This is all about the Lombok annotation, Lombok starter dependency. So keep supporting. Thanks for the video, guys.